Alright, the Simpsons season might be a little sweaty, but if you want to win more, I've got you covered. Today we're talking best loadouts, bosses, and tips and tricks to help you stop getting erased by sixth pies. Also, big shout out to everyone subbing recently. The Maker FN community is growing fast, so if you want to join the squad, drop a like, hit subscribe, but let's jump straight into the video. Okay, just touching on the bosses quickly, we've got 3 on the map. So we've got Homer, who drops the enhanced tac shotgun. We've got Marge, who drops the enhanced compact SMG. And we've got Krusty, who drops the best weapon in the game, the exotic Mr. Blasty. Stay tuned for later in the video. I'll be going over exactly where to find these to give you the best chances of getting one of the best weapons in the game. Okay, so moving on to tip number 1. As you can see on screen, the hamburgers are the best healing item in the game. By the time I've got lasered, I've healed up, and before he's even hit the ground off the back of a shockwave, I've almost been able to get to full health and shield. Now obviously this is just an example, but you know, you get the idea. Super OP and definitely worth carrying this season. The best part about the burgers is the more you eat, the quicker your health goes up as well. So yeah, definitely really good in a clutch moment. Alright, moving on to tip number 2. The bushes are OP this season. I saw something today that made me laugh. They're even selling bush camper merch these days. But no, on a serious note, they are really overpowered this season. I know it's not a new item, but where it's cell shaded, it's literally impossible to see inside of. Hopefully you can see on screen, I can show you an example of just how difficult it is to see someone inside of one, but then also when you're inside of the bush trying to fight. So yeah, definitely if you're playing a squad game or trios, someone carry some bushes. Okay, tip 3 and 4, these little slurp boxes, they heal you. And tip number 4, obviously forecast is back now, so definitely try go for it, but you probably will be contested, but it definitely can help you towards the end game, so you know where to be, so you're in the best position possible to win the game. If you're new to Fortnite, basically what the forecast does is that you put the card in and then you can see the future storm circle, well, one ahead anyway. Okay, tip number 5, combining the fish with the squishy is absolute crazy movement. I don't want to get too much into it simply because the loadout stuff will be coming later that I'll touch on briefly, and I definitely will be doing a best loadout dedicated video where I'll go in more detail. Also guys, if you do have any questions about anything, put them in the comments. I literally get back to all my comments, so yeah, don't be shy, don't be a stranger, get involved with the community. Okay, tip number 6, these little quest things on screen, do them. As soon as you complete the quest, you'll get a purple or gold weapon. Some of them are really easy just by damaging an opponent with the weapon that you've got equipped. Okay, tip number 7 is the nuclear power plant puzzle. Oh, that's a tongue twister. All you need to do is look at this wall here, copy and paste into the nuclear reactor thing, whatever it is. But yeah, it drops you out some good loot sometimes, I don't know. But the last few times I've actually tried, it hasn't actually worked for me, so yeah, let me know if you've had the same issue in the comments. Okay, the 8th and final tip, then we'll move on to some recommended loadouts, but this one's really interesting. I only found this out today. You see these fences? When you're on the inside of the fence, you can shoot out, but you can't get shot on the other side of it, if that makes sense. Just watch the clip and you'll see what I mean. Yeah, pretty cool. Take advantage of that, and you know, you can probably do some pretty cool plays with it, to be honest. I only found that today, so I haven't got a chance to play around with it. Alright, let's talk about best loadouts and what weapons I think you should be using. This season, it has been a bit sweaty. I mean, here's my stats. I'm not doing too bad, definitely not my best, but for what it is, I think it's alright. So in this part, I'm going to go through kind of the loadouts that I've been using, because I haven't actually had a set one. And today there was an update where it might have changed a couple of things. So I'm not going to go too much in detail, but I'll give you some loadout suggestions. You can test them out and let me know what you think. So loadout number 1 is my tried and true. If the aim's feeling a little bit off, this one always sees me through. So in the number 1 slot is the Thunder Pump, the compact SMG, in slot number 2. In slot number 3 is the suppressed assault rifle. I think the suppressed is a lot better than the striker AR. Hot take, I don't know. But yeah, I think it's just a lot more accurate, and I'm pretty sure they've buffed it to make it more accurate this season. So I remember this thing being absolutely useless before. And loadout number 2 has been, again, the Thunder Pump shotgun, again, the compact SMG, and then in slot number 3, the Mr. Blasty, especially if I can find that exotic one, which is just absolute chef's kiss. But to be honest, either of these loadouts, the TAC or the Thunder Pump works, just whichever one you prefer. I think the Thunder is just so satisfying to use when you hit those max headshots. But because the way the season's going, honestly, you can't go wrong with either. At certain points or certain games, I just choose by rarity. In the other 2 slots, I've been going for shockwaves and heals. Generally speaking, the types of heals that I'll go for will either be the hamburgers. They're the best true healing item in the game, but sometimes I'll pick either the fish or the slushy thing, just simply for the movement aspect of it. But with today's update, which will be yesterday for you guys, it might change a few things simply because I do prefer carrying 2 mobility items. So it'll probably be going forward shockwaves and the chainsaw. But sometimes 2 mobility items can be very difficult to find, or you might run out of shockwaves or something. So again, these loadouts that I'm going to be giving you can still be tested because sometimes you won't be able to find the double mobility. Just touching on something that I mentioned earlier with the fish and the slushy, I personally wouldn't carry it. I don't think it's worth 2 inventory slots for 2 consumable items. I mean, by all means, if I have one or see them both laying on the ground, I'll definitely do it just to get around the map quicker. But I don't think it's something you should be actively looking for and using in the game. Now, I mainly play team game modes. What I'd recommend, at least 1 team member carry either the bushes or bunkers this season, because they'll definitely save your life. But to be honest, with today's update, I'm probably going to do like a dedicated video for a best loadout. I just need a few more days to test out a few different things, and then I'll come back to you. There'll be a video next week on it. So stay tuned, make sure you're subscribed, and yeah, we'll get you winning more. Alright guys, let's finally finish up on the bosses. Now, I know in today's update, well, it's today for me, it would have been Thursday the 11th for you. So whenever you're watching this, I'm recording it the day of the update basically. Now, 2 extra bosses were added. So we've got Scratchy, who drops the chainsaw, and we got Mo, who drops the enhanced striker AR. Now for these 2, I don't have the most common spawn locations for them, but the 2 times I've seen them, they've both spawned in Camp Krusty. I don't know if that's a coincidence, but yeah, that's the only 2 times I've seen them in the game so far. But here are the spawn locations and the percentages of where the bosses can spawn on the map. For Homer, he most commonly spawns in these areas. For Marge, she most commonly spawns in these areas. And finally, Krusty, he's most commonly spotted in these areas. So there we have it, guys. Thank you so much for watching the video. I hope it helps you. Like I mentioned, I'll be dropping a best loadout video next week. So if you're not already, make sure you subscribe, drop a like, and if you want to support me, use code MAKERFN in the Fortnite item shop. But as always, I'll see you in the battle bus. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.